Okay, hi, my name is Tobias. Welcome to Akunwata Hospitality.
Oh, thank you. So nice to be here.
Here.
Thank you. It's such an interesting name, and I really want to get into that. But yeah, tell me a bit about yourself, and definitely dive into the name, like Akunwata. I hope I pronounced that right.
Oh, yes, okay. Akunwata Hospitality. The name Akunwata is actually my dad's name.
Really?
Me and my twin brother, Titus, Igwe twins. We started Speed Meals Catering Limited in 2010.
Right.
So we started in 2010 when our daddy died in an accident.
Wow.
So we used the 50,000 naira that was left from the burial of my dad to use it to go and acquire a skill on how to bake.
Right.
So starting from there, we started baking from children in our church, and then the rest. Then in 2015, we won the Tony Lumelu grant, and then of course our business now blossomed to what we are now. So now we now expanded our operation. So from just only kitchen services that we were doing before, now we have a culinary school, Speed Culinary School.
Wow.
We have the Akunwata Consulting, where we do consulting for restaurants. We are also an F&B consultant. We train F&B departments of hotels, the food and beverage departments, on consistency of their meals and then their kitchen operations, and help them to understand their recipe documents and all of that. So we created the Akunwata brand as a name to actually act a group, Akunwata Group. So it's a name that encompasses every other thing that we do for management's sake. So we don't scatter ourselves everywhere.
Wow, that's amazing. So Akunwata is like your group.
Yes.
Interesting. But you mentioned something really tricky about working with your twin brother. Like, I want to know all the details. And even if he's not here, we still want to know, how is it like working with your sibling, then your twin in particular?
Okay, me and my twin brother, we quite shared. When we came to Lagos, we came looking for a greener pasture, obviously, after our secondary school. So we didn't grow up. We didn't grow up together. We grew up separately.
Really?
Because we came from a very not financially stable family. So my parents sent us to different people to live with as helps. So after secondary school, we decided that we want to come together and then find something to do with ourselves. So we started with our baking. We started baking for children in our church because we used to be a Sunday school children teacher.
Right.
So, I mean, after learning how to make a cake, that was a big challenge for us to enter the market. How do you be able to convince people that you can now make a cake? I mean, knowing people that know your story, that know where you're coming from. So, and the best way we had was to go through our children. So we just came to church one night. Hello, children, guess what? Do you know the uncle now can make cake? And the children all scream in excitement. And if you have been a children teacher, you will know that there's excitement that comes with children. Yeah. So we said, children, guess what? And you know what? I brought cake for everybody. Hey! The children all like scream. You know, that excitement was really there. Yeah. I shared the cake for them. I said, go and give it to your daddy. Go and give it to your mommy. Do not eat the cake. Go and give it to your mom. Tell your mommy that the uncle can make cake now. Right. And of course, children take the message. I went to their mommy. Mommy, uncle will make my birthday cake. And the next thing they will start crying. The mother will just reluctant to drag the child. Uncle, they say you make cake. How much is the cake? And 3,000. You make 3,000, and from there gradually we started making cake for them. Now our bakery can produce up to 3,000 loaves of bread. Wow! On every day we produce average of 1,500 to 800 loaves. Wow! Currently, every single day. Wow! Our operation now is 24 hours operation. So we also have Feed Your Workers program that we also do, Speed Meals Catering for offices. Right. Where we provide office meals for companies that need food. We have a lot of varieties for your staff to try. I like that. So and also in our culinary school, we also train young aspiring chefs, young aspiring people who also want to start up a food business, and to train them. Then we also have training we do for house cooks. People want to improve their cooking skills at home, or want to send their cooks for training. So we also have a training for them as well. So what capital did you need to start this business? Like, when you thought about it when you were younger, it was like a huge deal. But looking back now, you know, we started as a means of survival. Right. We didn't really start that want to do big business. Because then looking at it, there were already big giants in the market. There were already big players in the market. Yeah. I mean, even pricing one of the equipment that they use. In fact, the amount alone, you will lose confidence. You will even lose your courage to continue. So what we did was, we started from the very basics. Right. We started from using a small bowl and a wooden stick to to turn our cake, to stir our cake.
Right.
From there, we started using it. From there, we bought a small hand mixer. From a hand mixer, we bought a tabletop mixer. From a tabletop mixer, we now bought a smaller 10 kg mixer. But today, we have giant-sized equipment that worth millions of naira to acquire over time. So I think we have grown one step at a time. It's been a gradual growth. Every equipment in this facility has a story behind it.
Really?
To start off the scale of what we are doing now,
yes.
when we set up then, but it's always one. It's about 25 million.
Wow.
It's like a startup. Yes. To really be big like this.
Yeah.
But when we started with 50,000 naira. So I think during the COVID period, we raised during that active COVID, we raised a fund internally from among our customers and friends.
Right.
We raised almost to the tune of 22 million.
Right.
With our little saving, we added it up to be able to get this facility.
Right.
We have renovate, then equip it, and then set different places operational and all. So that's what we did. That's what we used our COVID period.
Right, to do. What are those challenges you face as a commercial baker that maybe nobody told you before, you weren't aware that you experienced firsthand?
Okay. One of the things we've come to learn is that people's tastes are all different.
Right.
When we are doing it in small scale, we really don't have much because they were like family and friends. Right. But now that you are dealing with people you don't know, like thousands of people that you don't get to see. They only interact with your product on the shelf, in the supermarket. They don't even know where the product comes from. So they just come once in a while to give feedback. Oh, this is really great. Right. And then we now notice that some are already glued to our brand. If they see any of our pastry product on the shop, some goes to only our products. Right. And that's because not everyone will necessarily like your own baked products. Every day our taste keeps trying to upgrade on what we're already doing, but customers keep giving us feedback. Oh, right. I wish it can be better like this. I want this. Oh, I like this like this. Oh, please leave it as it is. Oh, don't touch it like this. So right. I think that it's just that balance. Right. That balance really that will appeal to the majority.
Yeah, I get that 100%. I'm very intrigued as to how you ensure the quality of your food is top notch when you're catering for a large number of people. So how do you ensure that your quality doesn't drop, your food quality?
So one of the things to do for quality control, the training staff is one, then delegation two, and separation of duty. Right. So it's no longer one person trying to do 5 things. Right. It's not one person, oh yeah, we try to play on people's strengths now. Right. This is how we do this. Your job is only to do this. Like now, for instance, we are grilling chicken now. We have a guy, his job is to grill. He mans the grill. So he sets the chicken, marinates the chicken, just load it in the oven, and then brings it out, and then it's perfect. So I think it's playing with people's strengths. Right. That has helped us in controlling quality. And again, we've had consistent staff. Right. We've not changed hands for years now. So most of our staff are still with us. They still love it here. So, and I believe that that's one of the main reasons why we still have it all going for us.
But what do you think is how you attract and you retain your customers?
So one of the things we do, we love feedbacks. In fact, once we deliver food today, I will be on the our person will be calling the HR. Please, I want to hear every feedback, good or bad. I want to hear it because we are quick to change. Right. So if someone come and tell me, oh, this braised rice today you say was like this. Oh, what happened? I want to really know what. I don't want it to accumulate. I don't want you to tell me end of the month. I say, oh, well, somebody said at one time like that you delivered this. It was no. I want to know as it happens. So we have our pause really on it to really monitor what's going on and to be on top of our game. Really. Right.
So what risks do you encounter in this business?
Growing big has its own consequences.
Yeah.
When you are small, when you are sleeping, you can sleep with your 2 eyes closed. But when you are big, you won't really sleep with your 2 eyes closed, knowing that you have a whole lot that you already worked so hard to acquire. Right. Last year, we had a robbery incident. Wow. In the midnight, on a particular Sunday, early Sunday morning, my security guy called me and said, oh, our place is being attacked. We have robbers. They jumped through our neighbor's fence and they broke in. Then they came with machete and all kinds of weapons and they broke down our big gate. They came with a truck.
A truck?
Yes. They moved 3 big generators out of our generators. And that's the 3 generators that we have. That's all the generators that we have. Early in the morning after the whole incident, I drove down here. My neighbors came. Oh, sorry, we heard what happened. Do you have insurance? Do you have insurance? Do you have insurance? I said, I was doing a typical Igbo man business, so, but I don't have insurance. Yeah, sorry, I wish you have insurance. And that's when the thing occurred to me that, wow, insurance.
Right.
Because if someone have told me that your generator can be stolen, I would say it's impossible.
Right.
I would retry because the chairs are too heavy and it can't pass a small gate. So how can you break our big gate? It's impossible. How can you even carry the generator? Never can tell. So we have to do the burglary, fire and burglary.
Right.
I quickly started looking for insurance. I say no, I must be under a cover.
Yeah.
Because if I have insurance, I know when that thing happens, I won't feel too bad. I'll just go to insurance and say, see what happened. No, very unfortunate it has happened. I will get my 3 generators back.
Right.
But because I don't have any insurance, I have to go and rent the generator the next day.
Wow.
That morning, I have to start looking for. And I know that to rent a generator is so expensive.
Wow.
I rent a generator for almost 25,000 per day.
Wow.
And we did it for 10 days. I said, no, we can't continue. We have to now rather than just buy a new generator and then gradually to pick up ourselves up again. So
right.
That's one of the experience I've had
right.
that really made me think about insurance. I said, no, I can't take
this
risk.
You need to have it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, so that leads me to my next question. What insurance is best for this business? Remember, you're doing culinary, you're in a group working with a lot of staff, you have your bakery, you have your culinary school. So what insurance is best for that, and what do you have?
So for first, we have group life insurance.
Okay.
So the group life insurance was for my staff, all my staff, for
right.
fire accidents.
Right.
Someone is shopping with life. We deal with a lot of sharp objects, we
right.
deal with a lot of gas and fire.
Right.
So we did the group life insurance for all of them.
Right.
So at least if anything happens, at least we have some level of cover.
Right.
That we can say, okay, it won't come out from our own pocket. Insurance can step in
right.
to mitigate that risk. So then the burglary, the fire and burglary insurance is for the building. In fact, I even insured to the point I insured my signage standing outside. Because I woke up one morning, a trailer fell.
Right.
And fell on my neighbor's signage.
Right.
And collapsed the entire signage. In fact, the weight of the trailer, because the trailer just skid off the road. Because we're along the major road.
Right.
And it just skid off the road and just flattened the signage.
Right.
The lady came in the morning. The signage is gone.
Right.
The motor that did this thing has been removed.
Wow.
So she didn't know who to go and hold responsible, who to go and fight. And that's how so I just thought it's something that must be done. So we had that as well. Then the health insurance as well is one that we are all getting in with our staff now.
Yeah.
To get insurance so that when they have some health challenge, so because now as the staff is growing,
yeah.
we start having people calling in sick and all. So we also want to keep an eye and see what's going on that side. What you are spending for insurance is token compared to what you actually need and what you are covering for. Yeah. So what I always say is start small. Start with what you can afford. You usually don't even need to. You don't need to go big.
Right.
Because at least having a cover is better than not having any cover at all. And again, you never can tell. You never can tell. You never can tell. What seems impossible can become possible in a second.
Right.
My generator was stolen. It looked impossible. In fact, it's very big impossibility in my own eyes. But it happened. So I've learned my lessons on it. No matter how big the thing is, it can be stolen.
Yeah.
Even your car insurance. I used to do third party. But after that incident, I told myself, comprehensive.
Right.
It's just a little more, but it's worth it. At the end of the day, I have some cover. Yeah. Something can go wrong, something can happen along the way, but then at least I'm sure it will restore me back to that level I used to be. Because imagine all our cars that we use for delivery and logistics and all of that. Something happens tomorrow. We are grounded. So we need to avoid that. So get insured.